I'm actually Mackevicius, photographer. Always been photographer, yeah, since I was 16, yeah. It kind of started off with a bunch of friends at school. We were all interested in art. People like Nick Cave and Tracy Pugh, and they were all very good painters, very good drawers. And I just never quite gelled with painting. And Tracy, my best friend at the time, was getting into photography, and I just took it up, and I basically haven't put it down, the camera down, since I was 16.
What do you feel you could not live without?
Creative friends around me to support and give me guidance, and which is one of the great things about the shack. I've always been fascinated by the landscape. The landscape has probably been the thing, you know, going through all the different genres of photography, both in work and creatively. Everything, you know, from shooting food and fashion in my early days. I think that the one stream that's always been constant has been the landscape.
And why is that?
I don't know, actually. I don't know why. I've just always been drawn to landscape photography, and now, you know, I've always been drawn to, you know, the landscape in paintings. I love being alone. I'm very comfortable on my own, and I think when I go out photographing, you know, I'll go for days, weeks at a time on my own, and I'm very comfortable with that, you know.
How has your life as a professional artist changed over time?
Well, dramatically, probably when, you know, the move to digital, and so, you know, going from film to digital, and now occasionally going back to film. But probably the biggest change has been the shack in the last 12 months. That has completely revitalised my art, and because I'm associating with non-photographers, and the influences that I get from them, I find are much more important than I do from other photographers, because they see things differently. You know, I can show them a photograph and they see it differently to how a photographer would see it. And that's been inspiring for me, and it's definitely moved my art in a quite a dramatic direction, as opposed to sort of, you know, the last 10 years, I guess.
Do you have a favourite place in the Highlands that you like to take photos of?
Cecil Hoskins Nature Reserve in Mossvale. You know, a few doors down, you know, 5 minutes from my house, you know. Go there on a foggy morning, early in the morning, and it's quite magical. And it's been a happy hunting ground for me photographically as well. And I take my dog sometimes.
Final thoughts about the art trail. So you were involved in the art trail last year.
Yep.
So why do you enjoy it? What makes it special? And what are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm actually looking forward to an instant replay of last year, because last year was fantastic. It quite surprised me. I sold very well last year, very well. I was quite blown away with sales. And just the people that were coming were genuinely interested and genuinely wanted to talk. And they were engaging. They weren't just there as tourists. They actually wanted to know about your craft and talk to you about it. And if they bought something, you know, they left with, you know, not just a piece of art, but a connection with the artist, which I think, you know, that's just fantastic. It just adds to the value of your art piece.